a bit about vectors we should discuss first. If I have a vector A, for a vector, the most important things are magnitude as well as direction. Let's say if
Right.
E is the vector which is inclined at an angle theta with respect to horizontal. So we know that we can find the components of this vector as A cos theta and A sin theta. Okay. Component of
Yeah.
a vector can also be written as AX and AY. And because of this component, like I'm writing in terms of A only because A is a vector, this A is not an acceleration. Okay. It is just a symbol. So if I want to write A vector, then I can write it down in the form of a column vector, AX and AY. This is one of the representation of a vector. This is called as
Okay.
column vector.
Yeah. Okay.
So for a column vector, what you should understand is that if we have to find magnitude, then it will be under root of AX square plus AY square. Okay. Considering the example which was there in that question, we were having Vx and Vy. Okay. Vx was the X component of the velocity and Vy was the Y component or the vertical component of the velocity. When I'm saying velocity, it means I'm specifying the direction. That's why we are saying horizontal and vertical. Now let's say horizontal is going like this and vertical is going like this. Okay, I want to find the resultant velocity. So do you understand that resultant velocity will somehow go in the center? It can be anywhere depending on Vx, Vy value, but it will go from the center only.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so this resultant velocity is the magnitude and this is also called as speed. So
Okay.
in a question they ask that find the speed. Speed means what? You have to find magnitude of Vx and Vy. How you're going to find it? You have to just do, I'll do it here. You have to just do Vx square plus Vy square. The way we
Yeah.
find magnitude of a vector, in the similar way, we can find magnitude for that. Okay. And
Right.
magnitude of velocity is what? It is speed. Okay.
Yeah.
First thing is, whenever we are talking about vector, we have to know the magnitude of a vector. How do we find magnitude? And how do we calculate direction? So magnitude is clear.
Yeah.
Direction means angle, degrees. Okay. This is a vector. It is inclined with respect to horizontal at a certain angle that you can see over here also. Okay. If I have to find this angle, I will just do theta is equal to tan inverse of AY over AX. Theta is equal to tan inverse of AY over AX. Okay. Why
Okay.
AY? Because technically, when we talk about a triangle, in a triangle, let's say this is tan theta. Okay. So the side which is opposite to this tan, let's say this is O, and the side which is adjacent to this theta, it will be A. Okay. Or capital A. So as per SOHCAHTOA of trigonometry, we know that tan theta is opposite over adjacent.
Right.
Okay? Do you remember SOHCAHTOA?
Yeah.
So as per that, tan is opposite over adjacent. Now, if you look at opposite carefully, opposite is in the vertical direction. So for a vector, this opposite is nothing but the y component. For a vector, this opposite is nothing but y component. And similarly,
Okay.
this adjacent will be the x component. I'm just writing y and
Okay.
x because I'm just writing in general way. Okay, they can be y and x
Okay.
component of velocity, displacement, whatever, any vector. Okay, so if I want to write tan theta, it will be y over x, and that will give me theta is equal to tan inverse of y over x, and this is how we find the angle. Whenever for a vector, we have to find like if they say magnitude, then magnitude will be found using this formula, and when they say
Okay.
direction, then it will be found using this formula. These are the two
Okay.
essential things which you should always know about vector.